Welcome to At the Table with Chef Judy, the podcast where we believe that every meal has a story, and every story has a seat at the table. I'm your host, Chef Judy, and today we embark on a culinary journey through the heart-warming realm of cherished memories and delectable dishes. Today's guest is Columbia-based entrepreneur Dr. Thaddeus Jr. Jones Jr. Oh, you're a junior. I know it was a junior. That's something I just learned. Dr. Thaddeus Jones Jr. He'll be preparing one of his favorite dishes, fresh biscuits. Sounds like one of mine too. Could you share with us the story behind this dish?
Absolutely, love to. Thank you for having me. I know it's been a journey trying to get me here. So
a whole year, guys.
I appreciate it. I do love to cook. I just be, doing things. So
well, thank you. We're honored to have you. Okay?
Yeah, I appreciate
it.
Biscuits. Yeah, I love making biscuits. It was one of the first things that I learned how to make. My great grandmother is the one who taught me how to do it. So, I didn't have a lot of friends as a small child in Hampton County. I'm not from Hampton County.
Okay.
I grew up in Hampton County, but I wasn't from there. My father was in the military, so we bounced around all over the place.
Okay.
And so when I would come and visit her in the summertime, she'd always give me different things to do. and this was one of the recipes that we learned first, but we did dump cakes and we did all these different things. She used to make me plant her garden.
I love that.
And I would be like, I don't want to go outside and work in the garden. It's hot outside. She'd be like, if you don't get out here and come in.
That's what we did now. They in the house now, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
But so this was one of the first things, and so I've kind of altered it a little bit. But one of the first and most simple ways to make biscuits is just cutting together self-rising flour and unsalted butter, right? And so cold butter, pastry cutter, cutting it together will bring together a dough. And then we would, she would hand it out. My grandmother would,
right, that's it. That's what they do. Yes,
out, right?
I love it.
And then we cut them out, she'd lay them out, and we'd have biscuits and cane syrup. I don't know if y'all remember
I'm
that.
very familiar with cane syrup. Now you're talking my language now.
There you go. We get that patchwork. So I used to be like, oh, what is this? We ain't had that. We had a Hungry Jack.
That's right, yeah.
Whatever.
I remember that cane syrup, don't tell
What's the other one? And not, what was it? The woman.
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima, no, the other one, Mrs. Butterworth.
Oh, okay, I forgot about her.
Yeah. So she, we'd be dipping in that, but she would always have, and she grew, she was in the country, so she would always have that patch cane, sugar, syrup. So it was always a good time.
Yeah.
So as I got older, I didn't realize how good it was, right?
That's right.
How good it was spending
right.
time with her, and learning something from her. Like, my mom can cook as well, but she was working 2 jobs at the time, and I barely saw. So my great grandmother spent a lot of time with me doing this kind of stuff. So
well, I missed them souls.
Man, let me tell you something. Listen, those
that's
folks,
a good old time.
Yeah, and you learn. I took a lot of what we learned in the kitchen out into the world. I thought I was going to be a chef, and then I ended up, dropping out of college for 10 years, and then coming back. I wanted to do film, and so that's what I do now. I'm a filmmaker. So.
Well, I admire you, and let me tell you the reason why. So me and Thaddeus, we met at 1 Million Cups. We meet every Wednesday. But I admire you because of the story you told. When I think it was somebody that passed and how that put you in a bad place and all that, I just think that was...
Yeah, so that was my great-grandmother's daughter, so my Grandma Daisy. And that's, man, I hit the mic, my bad. That is my heart. Like, my Grandma Daisy, she's the reason why I dropped out of college. So what... Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, that touched me too. You
So what happened? I always wanted to do film, but I was settling on a whole bunch of other stuff. My grandma Daisy said, "Listen, go to college, get something secure, and you can pursue this other thing that you're interested in your off time."
Right.
And so I went to South Carolina State because I couldn't afford to go anyplace else at the time. And I was doing okay. I was making the jeans list, doing what I do. And she got really sick while I was off. This was probably around spring.
Right.
And my father, who was living in New York at the time, said, "Hey, somebody needs to come here because Daisy's not doing well."
Right.
And we are not for money. So my mother was like, "I can't afford," and I've got siblings, "I cannot afford to take everybody with us when we go, when I go." And me and my grandmother were down like 4 flat tires. Like, that's like, it's like my mother, right?
That's
so
right.
So she said, "Well, what are you going to do?" I'm going to go. And I was like, I am not waiting. So I hitchhiked. I hitchhiked to New York. This was This was, we had, I could not wait. I did
Yes.
not want to wait.
Right.
And I got a friend who had knew a truck driver, and I rode with them, and then I was on the road, and we got stuck in like a nor'easter outside of DC for a day. And we just weren't moving. And I remember this so vividly. He dropped me off in Brooklyn at an A&P. I knew I have a friend that lived there. I walked to his house, and it was probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It was probably closer to 4. I walked to his house. I had called him and told him I was coming. So his name is Alex. Shout out Alex. He came to the door. He was like, "Hey man, come on in." And I was like, "Nah, I need to get to the hospital. We need to go now." He's like, "Listen, we'll go in the morning. It's visiting hours. It's not, you're not gonna be able to get in anyway."
Right.
And so, okay, I finally relaxed a little bit and got a little bit of sleep. Got up before everybody else in the house that morning, waited for me. "Hey, listen, I'm ready to go." So he was like, "Hey, your mom is already here, so I'm gonna take you over to where she is." And he took me over there, and it turned out that while I was stuck, my grandmother had already passed. And man, that thing still to this day gives me chills. It hurt me in a way that I had never been hurt before.
Right.
I literally fell to my knees when my mama told me this. Like, that's how close me and my grandmother were.
That's right.
And the next 10 years are a blur. I did not go back to college. I didn't want to leave New York. I didn't want to do anything. I remember like just not caring about anything. And it hurt me so bad. That hurt stayed with me for a long time. And then I had a kid. And I heard my grandmother's voice was like, "You can't tell him to do anything you can't do. You didn't go and pursue your dream. You stopped dead here. How you going to tell your child that they can do whatever they need?"
And they speak to us too.
Yeah. And so, and I was like, and I tried not to do it for a long time. I owned a bread truck. I was an animal care technician at a monkey farm. I painted motorcycles. I went to Job Corps. I did everything I could to run away. I ended up homeless in Augusta for a while. I did music, so I ran a recording studio. I did everything I could to avoid dealing with that pain.
Jesus.
And then I had a kid, and I was like, "Okay, you got to do the work, right?" They say you got what is Ayan Levan say? You got to do the work, beloved. Okay,
that's right.
And that work, or the work will do you. The work was doing me on the inside, and I decided after I had my first kid, I was like, okay. Came back to school, and that prayer you pray to God. You say, "God, if you get me back in school, I'll go as far as you want me to go. I'll do everything." I prayed that prayer, and God said, "Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it."
That's right.
So I was a dropout with an associate's degree, and then I came back and got my bachelor's, and then I got a master's, and I got another master's, and then I got my PhD.
What's your PhD in?
My PhD is in project management. It's in business, but creative project management. Right. Specifically, since I do a lot with entertainment, I deal with creative project management. So like the setup of this, how to make it more efficient, how to save money, that kind of stuff.
Well, I tell you, I admired that story because you came out of the hole, and that was a long time in that 10 years.
Oh, child. I'm holding it together, trying to
I know.
keep
when
it
I
together.
heard that story, that just brought me to my knees. I'm telling, because the resilience and everything you go through. And so you hear the story, but you really don't see how much people really go through. And so I tell people in life, that's why I love everyone, because you don't know what people are going through, and you don't know what they've been through. And I live in another judgmental world. That's why you and Derek, y'all my brothers. So every time I go on Wednesday morning, I hit them on the back. Hello. I just took them as my brothers.
That's why that's why I deal with people the way I deal with people. I don't know what you're going through, but I know you can go through it and come out the other side if you're willing to work on it. But I can't do it for you. Just like my mama used to tell me, I can't do it for you.
That's right.
You gotta want it. And that's one of the moments that we had at my mother. She was just like, "What do you want?"
That's right.
And whatever it is you want, you just got to go and put the work in for it. You got to be willing to take whatever come with it. So I'm a person that will tell you, as you have seen, I will tell you the truth, whether you like it or not.
That's right.
So don't ask if you don't really want to know, because that's all.
So they sit in the back, and they the critics, so they look at everybody, and they just really tell the truth. And it's whether you can handle the truth or not. And so I'm a truth person. I'm a truth person. And I think that's why I've connected with you guys.
Yeah.
Because y'all real and you're authentic. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I love that story.
Thank you.
That was amazing to me. Okay, so the
All
biscuits.
right, so the biscuits. We done journeyed off. All
I
right.
love it. I love the story. I love stories, okay?
So inside the flour, this is 3 cups of flour with 2.5 tablespoons of baking soda. And I have my salt and sugar separate. This is 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I don't do a whole lot of salt. Right. So I want to put almost all of this in the processor, right? And I don't want to make a ton of mess.
No, you're fine. I got this one right here.
All right, so we want to put most of this into the processor. So
there you go.
All right. Now, if I make a mess, y'all don't
That's
know.
all right. Y'all standing back, I had a big old dress of flour I had to change.
So
and I want to give a shout out to your wife for being in the audience. Thank you. Thank you for being supportive. We appreciate you.
She made me get up and work out.
There you go. Good. There you go, girl.
I did not want to do it, and she made me get up and do it.
There you go.
Anyway.
That's what good wives do.
Is it?
Yeah. I do it my husband. I make him get up too.
Somebody should have told me that before I got married. I like to sleep.
You sound like my husband. He was stay in that bed. I'm that girl to get up 5:30, 6 o'clock. He get up 10, 10:30, and I done got used to being in bed. That thing takes me away.
Man, listen, I'll be over. She'll wake me up in the morning. She'll say, "All right, just breaking your sleep so you can get up and work out." And I'm looking at her like,
Well, I love that you're doing that, getting up and working out.
Normally I would cut this up.
Okay.
You got a food processor.
Gotcha.
It should work through it. So we're gonna. You want to put the butter in? Slide
Hands
both of those in there. Yep. Both of those in there. Now.
Okay.
I'm keeping a little bit of this flour out because I want it to start to bring it together first, and I'm gonna put some buttermilk. So this is 3/4 a cup of buttermilk. But I want to bring this together first.
Okay,
right?
and that was a staple in our family. These biscuits was because it was easy to make, and then it was very satisfying and filling. Stop.
So I just want to give it to start to pull from the side a little bit. Okay, that's good. You don't want to overwork them because if you overwork them, you're going to get a bunch of gluten and it'll be dense, right? But you see how it's kind of crummy up, right?
I love that.
All right, so now we're going to put the buttermilk in because we're going to spin it again.
Okay.
And this time, this will get super tacky, right? It's going to get very, very tacky, probably not the word, sticky.
And one thing about biscuits, they go with everything. I mean, if you want a carb laden breakfast, it go with grits. They do it. Ham was a thing they had.
Sugar cured ham.
Yes, I love it.
I'm sorry. One more thing.
Okay, sure.
We got to put in our sugar and salt. Okay. Put all that in there. All right. Add more sugar. See how it's starting to crumb up already? All right, you can stop it. All right, so now we're going to add just enough flour so that you see it's already starting to make a good dough.
You done taught me something. I thought I had to do all that. No.
I normally do it by hand because it keeps you from overworking the dough.
Right.
This might be a little more chewy than we want. But what I'm going to do now is add some flour. And with this flour, I'm not going to add it all because we need to lay the rest out to work the dough on the table. Okay. So we just want to add enough that this is not super sticky anymore. Oh,
You're good.
sorry.
You're fine.
And that it will start to pull away and make a good ball.
Go again?
Yep. And go one more time. And you'll see it start to pull away. We want to make sure that we just get all the flour from the. See how it's all starting to pull out? Good. See, that's how you know you got it. It's starting to pull away from there. We don't want to overwork it, so we just want to do it just enough.
That butter smells good when I open it up.
Oh, yeah. Good butter. That sweet cream butter. All right, so now we're going to take this flour and we're going to just lay it out here so that we have a bed to work on for the dough. And keep a little bit on the side just in case, because as you roll it out, it'll consume this.
Okay.
And you might need a little bit more. I'll just sit it up. Okay, so now we want to dump this into the flour. So it should be able to just kind of pull out now.
You got it down. I love it. I talked about how there's a science to it. But
Yep.
you know what the interesting thing was? Our ancestors were scientists and we didn't even know it, but they
Didn't
know
even
how to
know
bring
it.
everything together.
That's right. All right. So when we get all of that together, we're
What you need, though?
gonna press them down
Okay.
and make a timer. They go off.
Yeah.
Beep beep beep. All right, it's hand
That's
wash
right.
time. You got to go and wash your hands.
Believe it or not, I do a class with my kids and I teach them cooking,
Mhm.
safety, and
Serve safe?
sanitation.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
safe. They got to do that. Safe and sanitation is one of the things that we're big
You
on.
got to have it.
Uh-huh.
So this is good consistency. And what we want to do now is start to bring this together.
How often do you cook biscuits?
Whenever my little boy asks me,
Oh.
I'll make him some biscuits. Or my wife, she'll ask me sometimes,
Yeah.
I want some biscuits. What's that?
Well,
Oh yeah, we got a block here, so we got to mash that in there.
okay.
A lot of times, because we went with really cold butter,
Yeah, that's it.
so that's gonna make a nice little pocket of butter for somebody.
I want to give a shout out to our audience. Thank you guys. Mr. Derek over there checking it out.
So we
Derek
want
is
to
a
get that.
foodie, too. He's a
oh
big
yeah,
foodie.
he'll tell me if it's trash. He'll be like, "You know what you should have did, that."
So he was being honest like y'all always do.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't want it anywhere. I don't want friends
Right.
that just yes man.
That's right. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's not a friend to me. Then you gonna go
No.
laugh with somebody else at me. We ain't having that. So you see, it's already kind of flaky,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
All right. So what we want to do now is take that rolling pin and roll it out a little bit flatter.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll get you.
you want to do
I
it?
can do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we want to roll it down just a little. Just press and roll.
Am I
Gotta
doing
roll,
that right?
roll.
Okay. You see, man.
Yeah. Let me help you.
There you go. Yeah, help me, babe. I get your paper towel.
Okay. So all we want to do is we want to roll this stuff. We don't want to press it out too hard.
Oh, yes,
We want to just
yeah.
roll that out.
Oh.
Right? You can see we got a little butter ball in
Okay.
here. Wait. All right. So the next thing, usually like this, I would fold it again until we stop seeing those layers
Yeah.
like that, and roll again.
Oh my goodness. I think about how our ancestors did a lot of work when it came to cooking because they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have the tools. They used their hand and they used their eyes and that's senses.
They
That
just
shows how
made it
smart. Yeah.
happen. Hmm.
That's right.
And that's what we do.
That's
we
a
still
skill
do the
set.
same
Yeah,
thing.
that's a great skill set.
We still do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll it out like this and try not to get it where it's falling apart.
Okay.
That's all butter. All right. And what we're gonna do now is we need. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. We need a cutter.
Okay.
So usually I use a
What you
wine
use?
glass.
Okay.
Or
I got
some
a
kind of
wine
cup.
glass.
There's a good size for a biscuit, right?
Like that. Mhm.
And then we would cut those out. So any kind of
The one
glass
with
you
the
want to
silver
use.
right there on the top. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Doc.
Yep. So that we would use that, right? And
Okay.
all we would do is wipe that, and we'd come through and cut. And this will yield. This particular recipe will yield 12 to 18
Good. That's
biscuits.
perfect. Yeah. Those are perfect.
This is a little bigger than the size
Oh my
that we
God,
normally,
yeah.
but that's
Oh,
the
see, I
size.
intended to get that big. I want it big like that, the big biscuits.
Yep.
Oh my God,
Right.
that's perfect. And believe it or not, that's something I've never made is biscuits.
Yeah.
No, I've never made biscuits. My husband
This
makes
is a
some kind of
staple for
cornbread.
me.
Yeah, I love those. Good,
And when
look
you
at
hit,
that.
when you got the recipe down, like
Yeah.
it take 15, 20 minutes to
Good
mix it up,
man.
make it. And then
Those are perfect.
what we do, I don't like having any waste. So what we
Right.
do, we roll this all back together,
Oh my goodness.
and we get another set of biscuits going.
And you
And
say
each-
use unsalted?
I
no,
use
unsalted.
unsalted. So the key is this: unsalted butter versus salted butter. You can use salted butter, but you cannot control how much salt
Salt.
is in that butter.
That's right.
And just like someone said earlier, baking is science.
It's a
right?
science, yes.
So the more salt will make a denser, chewier kind of bread,
Okay.
a biscuit, right?
That is so
And
beautiful.
there's your rolling pin.
That's
So
so
we want to.
beautiful.
So I like to be able to control that. And, we tend to have like, high blood pressure and
Yeah.
all that. We shouldn't be eating biscuits anyway, but they just.
Just a little bit
You got to be.
fat.
Listen, you here for a good time, not a long time. So.
I never heard it like that. Now.
So you might well enjoy something, right?
Oh my
What's life
gosh.
if you ain't gonna live it,
Enjoy. That's right.
right? So we
Oh,
cut
those
these
are. I
out.
just love those. I just feel like I'm in a class.
Well, I teach
Thank you for
too,
teaching. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, up.
Goodness.
That's when you starting to stick.
Okay, what that do?
So what happened was there was no flour
Gotcha.
left underneath that, and so it made it a little. So what we do is just add a little flour in the next time, and we just
that is amazing.
Keep going with
Biscuits,
that.
Nate.
I try to make sure I try to cut out as many as we can get out of here, and we just keep working. Again, I don't want to overwork it. The next time, every time I try to make a new pile of it, of the dough, I'm trying to do it in a way that is as little wonderful. Pressing and mashing as possible. Just trying to layer it up.
That is beautiful. Right, now, what you normally serve your biscuits with?
Child, anything. So this usually is a breakfast staple for us. So I'll make us sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, or maybe what else?
We usually have grits.
Yeah, I'm telling the grits. That's amazing. Yeah, that's where you used to eat it.
Salmon and rice. Oh, dinner. Like we'll do it with dinner, right?
That's right.
If I'm,
that's it. I love it.
Oh, biscuits and gravy.
Oh my God.
That's it. A good sausage gravy. I got a good recipe for a spicy sausage gravy.
Okay, you gotta come back then. They're gonna take over here.
We do Roger Woods as well. So like we'll do the Roger Woods. I'll cut those down and do those. So when you get down to you're starting to get down to like where it's like a ham biscuit, right? This is how my grandma used to do it with the patty one. But we can probably cut one more out of this one without rolling it out.
Good. That looks so beautiful. I'm gonna step off and get the biscuits that he baked y'all in this vintage pan. How old is this pan?
That is my mama pan, and if she see this, she gonna be like, "Bring my pan to the house." When I left, I took the pan and I took a cast iron.
Oh yeah.
And she came and got her cast iron.
I'm telling you, this one this pan is so.
It's cast iron too.
Oh, is it? I've never seen a cast iron pan like this. Have anybody ever seen a cast iron pan like that? Never. It's heavy. When I picked it up, I said, "God, this thing." That's what actually about it. When I picked it up, I said, "This thing feels different than a regular pan."
I try to tell my kids they'll mess them up. You know, they mess the seasoning up on. They scrub it with the soap and water. I'll be like. You take we've done this more than once. You take the kosher salt, you rub it around, right? You rinse it out. You paper towel it dry. Put it on the eye. You let it dry.
How old is this pan, Thaddeus?
I don't know. You have to ask my mom. I took it from her.
I love it. When I picked it up, I could tell the difference the way it feels. So I'm not a feeling person. I'm visually challenged, and I could tell things just by the way it feels.
So yeah, it's been in the house for a long time. What I did with these when they came out the oven, I glazed them with unsalted butter and honey.
They look perfect.
Drizzled some honey on top. Normally, what I would do is I take a little bit of cinnamon, a little butter, and a little honey, make it up, whip it up, and let it set. And then you can take pats of that as you.
Yeah, I know that's right. She like the audience. She's waiting on one.
Bring it on over here.
I'm telling you, and I got some jelly to it. So you bought honey too?
Yes, I have. I have extra honey as well.
Okay, good.
So
tell us a little bit about what you do and how we can find you, follow you, because I know you're a filmmaker too.
Yes, I am. So I make feature-length short films and commercials, and so I'm on everything as Fanatic Pro with Fanatic with a K. I love working with businesses. What I'm really good at is telling stories.
I can tell.
And so I'm really good at helping businesses tell this. So you trying to tell me to say I can't read lips? What you
I
say?
was saying plug the roost.
Oh yeah. You're right. So we have a film on Tubi called The Roost, which is an anthology film. Like
we'll look at that tonight.
Oh, please.
Yeah, it's how you spell it now.
It's The Roost, Roost.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's we shot most of it here in South Carolina. It's our first go at using the anthology format to make. Again, I told you I'm a creative project manager, right? And so what I discovered was that it was easier for me to make a lot of shorts than it was for me to make a feature-length film to keep people together that long. So we made a lot of shorts, and then I wrote a wraparound story to bring them all together.
And that's on Tubi.
And that's on
My
Tubi.
husband loves Tubi. He loves
Amazon Prime. It's out there. I got DVDs for sale too.
Oh yeah, we done. But we saw a movie that was shot by Wild Production here called what's it called, in plain sight.
Hidden in Plain Sight. So that is
Yes.
their series, which is on Peacock.
Okay, and it's on
we're,
Tubi too.
we're in the process of doing a series called The W,
Okay.
which is supernatural thriller-esque. So
Right.
we're in the process of doing that. And like, I'm always open to collaborate with people. I'm really always trying to work with new people, tell
Yeah.
new stories, help businesses tell their stories, find their audience, and get their brand known the way that
Love
they want it
that.
to be known.
Absolutely. Oh, that's amazing. I just love what you do, and I love what you
Thank
do
you.
for the community, and I just love your vibe, and I just love these biscuits.
So appreciate it.
I can't wait to taste them, okay?
I hope they turned
yeah,
out right.
I know what I'm saying. But guys, we're going to see you at the table. Welcome back. We're sitting with Dr. Thaddeus Jones Jr. Before we try your dish, which is these amazing biscuits, and they're soft. They're so good. What does food and family mean to you?
Oh man, food and family means one, an excuse to have my people over. I love to have
that.
people to the house, and I love to feed them, right? And so a lot of times I'm on the grill or I'm making something, and just to see everybody happy, listening to
That's
music,
it.
drinking, whatever we're doing, and we're fellowshipping together. I always wanted a big family.
Okay.
And my family's not very large, so I see people having their family reunions
Yes,
and things, and I'd be like, oh, okay. What is that like? I've never been to a family reunion.
Right.
I have a lot of family, so having food and family for me is an excuse to have my people to the house,
Right.
and cut up, play some Just Dance, cook something, embarrass my
that.
wife a little bit.
Well, she's amazing. I love it. She sits back and she makes sure she caters to him. I love that. Because me and my husband, we cater to each other too, just like the way you guys. And I think you're an amazing couple. And I'm so glad she joined us, because I know you said she's kind of quiet and laid back. But thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. But I just want to tell you that I appreciate you.
Thank you. I
And I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
your honesty, and I appreciate your transparency telling that story. That story, I still remember that story. And I think you told about a year ago, baby.
Yeah.
I said, that brother did it. I'm telling you.
It stick with me.
Yeah,
Right?
and it stuck with me. The story stuck with me. So I love to hear people's stories, and I love real people, and I like the fact that you and Derek, my brothers. I appreciate that so much.
Man, I found that fella in a coffee shop. He just they say don't feed him.
Right, that's
and
right.
He's been following me.
And I tell you, I like y'all connection. I like that brotherhood, because that's so important too. That brotherhood and sisterhood, just making people feel welcome and loved and being kind to them. is
But
not
no,
what we
real
do.
talk.
Right.
He poured into me when he didn't have to.
Right.
And I judged him the first time we met, and then the next time we met, he was like, "Oh yeah, that didn't work out too well, did it? All right, come on and have a seat, and
Right.
let's talk about what you're doing."
Right.
And you're never too old to learn.
Right.
And if you just keep that hat on, keep that learning hat on, that's good. So same thing with family, man. Learning your people, learning
That's
who they
right.
are.
I like that, because I believe I'm a lifetime learner. I always can learn something from somebody. And I tell people all the time, I listen to everybody, hear what they say, and I may not take anything from it, but I may take that little nugget
Yeah.
that I can put in my toolbox.
That's it.
And
I
use that.
use
Yeah.
the toolbox
You do?
too. Yeah, I use that analogy all the time.
Good, yes, I
Yeah.
like that. Well, I'm gonna try these amazing biscuit, guys, and I'm gonna tell you what they taste like, okay? So I did the old fashioned, I did the grape jelly.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right. I ain't
you know
mad
what?
at
We do the grape jelly here. I had some peach chutney. I tasted. I told Derek I think that was a little tart to me, but I just love the texture.
Thank you.
So I'm visually challenged, like I tell you. I like everything to look right, and put that grape jelly on it. I got the recipe for the book, but I think I'm about to make it. I'm gonna make it because I'm thinking I put cheese in here, chives in here, just all kinds of things.
Yeah, the biscuit is kind of a blank. You can add a couple of things to it, right, to make it more savory or sweeter. I can use that same. I use that same
delicious.
recipe as a crust, right? I just cut down on the buttermilk to make a drier crust.
That's science we talked about.
Yeah, that's the science.
to it.
Yeah, so I had a partial biology scholarship once upon a
Awesome.
time.
Okay.
So I'm still I'm complex.
That's right. That's right. And that that's a good way to be, because that way you're not just stuck in that one ton of vision. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of adjust and see different things differently and whole. Like, well, I love that biscuit.
Thank you.
And my husband, I was over here getting ready to bring them. He said, "Where you taking the biscuits at?" I said, "I got to take the biscuits to show them."
He said, "Wait a minute, bring my biscuit back here."
Yeah, so we be busy doing this thing, but we won't miss too much. We see everything. We know what's
That's
kind of
right.
going on. But he knew I had to move them
He
biscuits.
knew you moved his back.
So thank you. I want to thank Kevin and Nate for being so amazing and awesome. They always just so great. And I want to thank you again for being a part
Thank you for having
At
me.
the Table with Chef Judy, and we are looking forward to it. That wraps up another episode of At the Table with Chef Judy. Before we say goodbye, don't forget to show some love, hit that like button, share the joy with your friends and family, and of course, subscribe.